In the world of movies, some stars shine brightly for a little while, and others become like the stars in the sky that are always there. Anouk Aimée was like those stars in the sky. She was more than just an actress. She was like the heart of French movies for so many people all over the world. Her beauty wasn't simple. It was deep and smart, with a mystery in her eyes that made you want to know all her secrets. She brought a quiet strength and deep feelings to every part she played. From the very start, she had a special way about her. It was a quality that movie directors saw and people watching felt. She didn't need to shout to be heard. Her quietness could fill the whole screen, making you lean closer to understand the feelings she kept inside. This quiet power made her unforgettable. Her story began in Paris, a city that would always be connected to her. She was born Nicole Françoise Florence Dreyfus on April 27, 1932, to a family of actors. Her childhood, though, wasn't just simple Parisian charm. It was shaped by the dark shadows of World War II. Because her family was Jewish, they faced terrible danger when the Nazis took over. To stay safe, they had to hide who they were, taking the name Durand. Young Nicole felt the harshness of this time directly. Once, her classmates pointed her out to a German officer, which was a moment of pure fear. But in a strange act of kindness, the officer just took her home. These early experiences gave her a strength and a seriousness that she would later bring to her acting. She never planned to be an actress. Her first dream was to be a dancer. She studied dance and theater, finding a way to show her feelings without words. But fate had a different plan for her. When she was only 14, she was found on the street and given her first movie role in La Maison sous la mer. In the movie, her character's name was Anouk. The name fit her so perfectly that it stayed with her. For a time, she was simply Anouk. It was the famous poet Jacques Prévert who finished her identity. On the set of another movie, he told her that you couldn't go through life with just a first name. He gave her the last name Aimée, which means beloved in French. And so, Nicole Dreyfus became Anouk Aimée, the beloved Anouk. This new name was like a prediction. She would become one of the most loved actresses of her time. Her journey was just starting, but the important parts of her story were already there. She had the grace of a dancer, the spirit of someone who had survived hard times, and a name that meant love. With this foundation, she stepped into the world of movies, ready to create a career that was as special and charming as her new name. The girl who had hidden in the shadows was now ready for the bright lights. She wouldn't just act in movies, she would become the heart of them, a timeless icon whose story was just beginning to unfold for the world to see and admire. Anouk Aimée became a very important person in European movies during a time of big changes. The French New Wave was breaking old rules, and directors were looking for actors who felt real and modern. Anouk was perfect for this new world. She wasn't a typical fancy star. She had a quiet grace and a smart look that made her feel like a real woman, full of complicated thoughts and deep feelings. She could be distant and mysterious one moment, then warm and open the next. This range made her very interesting to the great directors of that time. They saw in her a face that could tell a story without saying a word, like a blank page for their most artistic ideas. One of the first to see her special quality was the director Jacques Demy. He cast her in his first movie Lola in 1961. In this beautiful musical-like film, she played a cabaret singer and a single mother waiting for her long-lost love to come back. The character of Lola was full of hope and sadness, strength and longing. Anouk played her with such natural grace. She made Lola feel like someone you knew, someone whose dreams you wanted to come true. The movie became a classic of the French New Wave, and Anouk's acting was right at its center. She showed that she could carry a movie with her deep feelings, making her a star of this new, more personal way of making movies. Then, the famous Italian director Federico Fellini called her. This teamwork would change her career forever and make her famous around the world. Fellini saw in her a fancy and mysterious quality that was perfect for his strange and stylish movies. He cast her as the rich, bored socialite Maddalena in La Dolce Vita in 1960. In a movie full of unforgettable scenes, her parts were among the most memorable. She was attractive and puzzling, showing a world of glamour that was both exciting and empty. Fellini loved working with her so much that he brought her back for his masterpiece 8½ in 1963, where she played the smart, separated wife of the movie's director-hero. Working with Fellini, Anouk became the ultimate smart person's beautiful woman. She was beautiful, yes, but she was also smart and complex. She later said that Fellini taught her how to be serious about her work, but also how to enjoy life fully. These two roles made her status as a true artist solid. She was no longer just a French star, she was a symbol of European art movies at their best. Her acting for Demi and Fellini showed her amazing range. She could be the hopeful girl next door, or the distant, elegant, smart person. In every role, she brought a piece of her own quiet, thoughtful soul, leaving a lasting mark on some of the greatest movies ever made. While her work with great directors made her a favorite of critics, one movie made Anouk Aimée a global superstar. That movie was Un homme et une femme, or A Man and a Woman, released in 1966. Directed by Claude Lelouch, this simple, beautiful love story became famous worldwide. Anouk played Anne Gauthier, a widow who works as a film script supervisor. She meets a man, a race car driver who is also a widower, played by Jean-Louis Trintignant. They meet by chance while visiting their children at boarding school. The movie shows the gentle and hesitant start of their relationship, colored by the memories of the loves they have lost. It was a story told with incredible tenderness and style. The movie's success was a surprise. It was made on a very small budget in just 3 weeks. Lelouch used amazing camera work, switching between color and black and white to show the past and present. The famous music, with its Chabadabada theme, became instantly recognizable around the world. But the true heart of the movie was how well Anouk Aimée and Jean-Louis Trintignant worked together. They created a picture of adult love that was real and deeply romantic. They weren't young lovers meeting for the first time. They were two people with painful pasts, learning to open their hearts again. Anouk's acting was a masterpiece of quiet skill. In her role as Anne, Anouk shone brightly. Her face could show so much: the sadness of her past, the fear of getting hurt again, and the gentle joy of finding new love. She was stylish and elegant, driving her Mustang along the French seaside. But she was also completely easy to relate to. People everywhere saw themselves in her character's journey. For this role, she was nominated for an Academy Award for Best Actress, a rare honor for acting in a foreign language movie. She also won the Golden Globe. The movie itself won the Oscar for the Best Foreign Language Film and the Palme d'Or at the Cannes Film Festival. It was a huge win that changed her life. A Man and a Woman did more than just make Anouk famous. It helped create a romantic image of France for the entire world. The movie's style, its music, and its beautiful locations became a dream for millions. And at the center of that dream was Anouk Aimée. Her acting as Anne Gauthier became her most famous role, the one that people would always remember. She even played the character twice more in follow-up movies years later. The movie proved that a quiet, emotional story could touch more hearts than a big show. It was a testament to the power of romance and the unforgettable grace of its leading lady, who had become the very symbol of French elegance and love. Anouk Aimée's career didn't stop with her big successes in the 1960s. She kept working for decades, choosing her roles carefully and always bringing her special smartness and depth to the screen. She worked with many other great directors, like Bernardo Bertolucci and Robert Altman, always looking for interesting and challenging parts. She never lost her love for the art of acting. Even as she got older, she kept the same mysterious and charming way about her that had made her a star. She wasn't interested in being famous just for the sake of it. She was interested in telling complex human stories and exploring the deep lives of her characters. One of her most powerful later roles showed her returning to the painful history of her own childhood. In the 2002 movie La Petite Prairie au Bouleau, or The Birch Tree Meadow, she played an elderly woman who had survived the Holocaust. The character goes back to Auschwitz, the place where she was held captive as a young girl. For Anouk, who had hidden her Jewish identity to survive the war, this role was very personal. Filming in the actual place of the former concentration camp was a very deep experience for her. She famously said, "The soil speaks," feeling the weight of the history under her feet. Her acting was full of quiet dignity and immense sadness, a tribute to the memory of all who suffered. Anouk Aimée passed away on June 18, 2024, at the age of 92. But her legacy will last forever. She leaves behind a list of over 70 movies, many of which are considered masterpieces of world cinema. She is remembered as an icon of the French New Wave, a source of inspiration for famous directors, and the star of one of the most loved romantic movies of all time. But her influence is more than just a list of movies. She changed what it meant to be a leading lady. She showed that strength could be quiet, that being smart was beautiful, and that mystery could be more attractive than any simple glamour. She brought a modern way of thinking to the screen. Today, when we watch her movies, we see why she is still so important. In Lola, we see the hopeful heart of a generation. In La Dolce Vita, we see the cool face of modern detachment. And in A Man and a Woman, we see the timeless beauty of love found again. Anouk Aimée was more than an actress. She was an artist who helped us understand something deeper about life, love, and memory. She once said in an interview that she would like to play a kind ghost. In a way, she has become one. Her spirit lives on in her movies, a graceful and beloved presence that will continue to inspire and move people for many years to come.